to this Pilates positions video. Today we're tackling side lying. So another position that we do a lot of to work our sides of our legs, inner thighs, and moving into side planks and sort of unilateral work, either one arm, one leg. So I'm going to put my head this way. We stretch our legs out. Lots of yoga mats come with a line up the middle of the mat, which is really helpful, but with Pilates we need a little bit thicker. So if you have got one of those yoga mats and you pop it on top of another mat, then brilliant. We reach our arm out. There's lots of different variations on side lying, but they will be on this principle. So I'm reaching my arm out, resting my head down. Now you may have any neck problems. That might mean you prefer to be raised up, so you can pop a cushion, thin cushion, underneath there. So the reason I'm talking about that line is that that's what we imagine with our Pilates side lying, is that we're slicing our mat in half. Arm pulling down to shoulder, pulling down to hip, down to feet. And I always talk about these building blocks. Imagine you've sliced your body in half and then you're just sticking it on top, a little bit like a cake when you sandwich one half of the cake on top of the other. So one half of your ribs is being sandwiched on top of the underneath half. Same with your hips, one half on top of the other. And because you're balancing on quite a slim part of your body, you tend to wobble. So you can bring your hand in front whilst you're getting into position and during most exercises, but you don't want to be pushing into it to keep you upright. Stretch your legs out. So you've got these ribs balanced one on top of the other, hips balanced one on top of the other. Your inner thighs start to connect, your legs lengthen. Now we bring our feet millimeters, I'm talking very fractionally, forward of our hips. That's because the tendency, if we're in a completely straight line, when we start to lift, we'll end up in this position and we may not realize it. So we may not realize we're tilting forward or arching. So if we have our legs slightly forward, we lift them and we move back slightly, we'll still be in a straight line. We won't be in that arched position. So it's kind of doing something wrong to do it right eventually. And what we do then is really lengthen out. So we often just think about lifting our legs high, but instead I want to reach the feet away from the hands, so to have that sense of length, and that way these muscles that connect down the sides of the body will really switch on. So fingertips on the floor, reaching out, shoulders relaxed. We often do our legs in front position, either in like a tabletop either in a chair or in this position where our heels are in line with our bottoms. But all of that, we rely on the same principles, ribs stacked, hips stacked. And that's where the problems can arise if we compensate by rolling forwards or backwards and using our arms. But in any Pilates class I teach, I'll always cue things like that. And if you've got your hand on your hip, I'll let you know what's going on with your elbows and shoulders.